Imagine your childhood. And maybe you thought of what you wanted to be when you grew up. Now I'm thinking, for me, I never intended to be an expert when it comes to messy relationships. But it was that first marriage of 30 years. There were so many messes. We were spending so much money on counseling, gobs of it. I decided to become a marriage counselor myself. What I've learned over the years, there's one thing that I'm very sure of, and that there is a powerful perspective beyond messy relationships. But there are also 3 psychological blocks that keep us from that powerful perspective. Psychological block number 1, family patterns. Let's start with our beginnings. There's some children in this picture. I happen to be the one in the yellow dress. And my bossy sister standing right next to me. And my cousins are in this picture. Well, a few years after that picture was taken, my brother Billy was born. And then my brother Troy was born. So I am one of 4 children in my family. My mom is one of 4. My grandmother is one of 4. My great-grandmother is one of 4. Do you think there was something in the water here? How many children do you think I have?
4.
Do you see a pattern? How many grandchildren do you think I have?
4.
Nope. I have 5. I'm not to break the pattern. But I want you to know this is not about how many children. We're not talking about those kind of patterns. But what we're talking about is the pattern that we have in our relationships with our brothers and sisters, our parents, and the things that we've learned to do, and how we move toward pleasure or away from pain. And we all have this familiar pattern that we're now unaware of because our little brains are being developed early on. And we inadvertently take those into our adult relationships. So it's not surprising if you choose a spouse that was kind of like your bossy sister. Notice in this picture, too, that I'm the only one with binoculars around her neck. I would like to think that way back then that I was looking deep and wide into the intricacies of relationships. But honestly, I mean, I learned a lot along the way. Being a psychotherapist specializing in relationships is a second career. My first one was homeschooling 4 kids in that very messy relationship. Psychological block number 2. Here's the invitation as far as family patterns go. The invitation is for all of us to grow and to grow up and to be aware and learn different patterns of relating.